Today, Gus, I'd like to go over this remarkable framework called the remarkable practice, of course, and inside the framework is 10, count them, 10 domains.
They are the basis, the foundation, and the entirety of everything in your life. When you can master this tool and be able to integrate these into your life, then you get something which we like to call a dashboard. A way to quickly look, to scan what's going on in your world and know where you're at, know what areas need attention or domains need attention and where you're doing great. So there's a measure, there's a metric, and there's a way to know how your energy and your resources are being used to make your life the way you want to make it.
And that way is called the remarkable practice.
Here's how you put the remarkable practice into action. We have these 10 domains: self, health, home, work, money, relationships, creative, fun, spiritual, and purpose. Now, what we want to do is understand where we are in relation to each of those areas or domains of our life. So we measure them, and we have something called the remarkable measure. It's really simple. It has 4 metrics. The first one is unowned. Do you know what unowned is? Unowned is doesn't exist.
No ownership.
Right? No ownership.
Nope.
I don't have it.
Nobody.
I don't have that in my life, right?
Nobody's home.
That's easy. One up from that is good enough. And I know you all know what that is. Good enough is like,
It's good enough.
it's there, but I'm not putting a lot of energy into it. I don't really care. I can live with how it is. Up from that is what we call owned. Now, ownership is a really critical component of the remarkable practice, and it's something we want you to become experts at. Because when you have ownership, that means you are aware, you're alert, you're engaged, you are acting on behalf of whatever it is, you have care for it. It doesn't mean it's perfect. It doesn't mean it's the best it could be. You could be on the path to making it. It could be one nick above good enough, but you're in it. You're owning that part and you're making it better.
Somebody's home.
So, exactly. And of course, the top measure is something we call proud. Now, before you react, it's not that ego-driven, prideful sense. It's not better than my neighbors, even if it is better than my neighbors, but it doesn't have to be. It's really my sense of what I'm proud of. And it could still be very much a work in progress, but I have a sense of pride of what efforts I'm putting forth, the results I'm getting, and I'm on the right track. So using those 4 measures, we take a look at each of those domains. We simply assign it, and just be honest with yourself. You know, we can't be proud in all 10 domains and all the time.
No.
Right? It's almost impossible. So we're always going to be putting more energy in some areas than others. But be honest with yourself and go through those 10 domains and say, okay, I'm unowned. I'm good enough, or I'm owned, or I'm proud. And take the ones that are the lowest, either unowned. If they're unowned, the first question you have to ask yourself, is this important to me right now? Am I strategically deciding not to put energy into that area because I'm putting it somewhere else? If that's true, then maybe it's not the right time to take action. But certainly if something is good enough, I would look at that as well and say, why is this good enough? Why aren't I owning this area? Why am I living or accepting that? So look at each of those, take a look at it, and then use that as a dashboard to make a plan for the next 2 weeks about how you can rise those up.
Bring them up.
Right? A rising tide will float all boats, and we want all your boats to float high as you want.
Domains. And that's the remarkable practice. Clear?